Peloton's best offer of the season is here. Get up to $300 off accessories when you purchase a Peloton bike, Bike Plus, or Tread. Choose from a variety of accessories like our cycling shoes, a heart rate monitor, non-slip grip dumbbells, and more. If you've been looking for a sign to join Peloton, this offer gives you everything you need to get going. This limited time offer ends November 28th. Visit onepeloton.com to learn more. All access membership separate. Offer starts November 14th and ends November 28th. Cannot be combined with other offers. See additional terms at onepeloton.com.
When you drive the brand ranked #1 in dependability by J.D. Power, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the brand ranked #1 in dependability by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among all brands in the J.D. Power 2022 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Study based on 2019 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2022 details.
Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the Eric Zane Show podcast, the daily show. Where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. Boy, sounding a little strange. Feel a little strange. My throat is oh, God. I've had some kind of bubbling under of a cold for the last couple of days. And I keep... so it sounds weird. And I'm not going to lie to you. I don't feel the best. Can feel... well, you can hear it. You can hear it sounds like I smoked like a lot of cigarettes before I started this, if that's even a thing. But welcome in. In fact, health has a lot to do with today's show. Excuse me. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Another negative COVID test for your old pal Eric Zane. That is now three negative COVID tests for your old pal Eric Zane. But as the week wore on, my brother-in-law, the NFK, approached me and he says, my throat hurts. I said, okay. Now, I had just finished up having this sore throat. No big deal. Okay. Now, and I had already tested negative. So, okay. All right. And he goes, I don't know if, he says, I don't know if I should go see your dad. And I go, yeah. That's totally cool. Totally cool. And then the next day he starts coughing. So we get to yesterday, Thanksgiving. Now, he's staying home. So he'll be home alone with the dogs. I got a couple folks coming over to take care of the dogs, because him letting the dogs in and out is not in the playbook. But before I leave, I go, hey, I'm going to give you a COVID test. So I get it all ready, and he doesn't respond. He didn't say, "Oh, okay." He just, and that's rare. Typically, you'll get something out of him. So I set this little, card that you have to, and then if you've never taken a COVID test, the home variety. They give you this little thing they call the card that you use to tell you if you have it or not. And then there's a little plastic tube with a screw-off top. And on top of the screw-off top is another little screw-off top. You take the big screw-off off, and you put this liquid solution that's in this sealed plastic container. You squeeze it into there. Then you take the swab, and you put it on the inside of your nose and rotate it a bunch of times, both sides. Then you put it inside of the plastic deal, the solution, and you mix it up, spin it 15 times, stir it, squeeze the plastic to get any COVID bug sauce off of the swab, pull it out, throw it away, screw on the big top, take the little top off, which allows you to drop into this spot on the card. And this type of litmus paper or whatever is inside of the card, and you put 3 drops in there, and then you wait. And if you get 2 lines, excuse me, you have COVID. If you have 1 line, you do not. I've tested several times, and I have 1 line. And you have to set the card down, come back to it in 15 minutes. Now, we are all literally putting our shit into the car to go to my dad's. Or Charity Scam Mike's, where everybody's going to be. And we all went. It was no big deal. But as we're just getting ready to leave, I look at the card. Well, let me back up. Problem number 1, when I said, hey, I'm going to give you a COVID test. No response. That's weird. Problem 2, I go walking up to him to do the swabby swab, and he goes to grab it. I go, I've got it, because he can't. He can't. Him grabbing on that type of a little bit of dexterity you require to hold on to the Q-tip and jam it up your nose and do it appropriately. Doesn't work. Oops, sorry. So then when I went, I said, I got it. He made this face like I did something wrong to him, like I just stole his birthday. Now, what I wanted to do was say, what the fuck was that? But I didn't. I was silent. So I do the thing, and I did the solution. I put the solution into the card here. We're getting ready to leave, and it's positive. He has COVID. Oh boy. So I go, and while I was doing this, I had my gloves on, like plastic gloves. I always wear gloves when I'm handling him, when I'm washing him. So I go walking back in there. I go, well, it's positive. And I think he was under the impression that that's a good thing. And he goes, oh, okay, cool. I go, no. You have COVID. You are COVID positive. And this look on his face. First fear, and then rage. And he looks like I gave it to him, or like I went and bought COVID, sprinkled it on his food, and then he ate it. He's looking at me like I did something wrong. And so I go, yeah, so just take it easy and just do what you're doing. Sit here, drink some water, watch a football game. And he goes, I'm fine. He completely blows his stack. I'm fine. He puts his hands up. I'm fine. And Diana, I could tell she didn't like that. What she wanted to say was, what the fuck are you yelling at him for? But she didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I just went, oh, okay. All right. Take it easy. We're heading out the door. Bye-bye. So that was like the strangest reaction ever. So then before we left, I said to Diana, I go, because Diana's staying at, thank God, she's staying over at Jackie's house taking care of their dog. So then I go, I'm driving over. I go, well, it's real easy. He stays in that seat. And this is perfect because normally I'm constantly cleaning everything he touches on a normal day. And there's just a handful of things he touches. Bathroom door in his bathroom, which I don't go in. Refrigerator handles. Microwave handles. The cabinet that has the salt. And the remote control. There is nothing else that he touches. And he leaves a snail trail behind him everywhere he goes. So this is textbook. This is ideal. So I just clean everything constantly. So, all right. So that's weird. He's got it. I don't. This morning, he wakes up. I go, hey, Kevin, how are you, buddy? Hey, Erica. I go, okay. Feeling okay? I'm fine. He does it again. So I'm like, I think he's frightened to some degree. And I think that he is compensating and hiding that by doing that, oh, I'm fine thing. You know what I mean? Question. Josh says, how did he get it? He didn't go anywhere. He did. He went to the wedding. We had a super spreader event. So whichever one of you fuckers had COVID, thanks for coming to the wedding. The wedding of the century super spreader event. All right. So that's the breaking news around the household. Kenney blames Kyler for it. Sarah says, wasn't me, I kept my distance. That's not true. You were hugging and kissing everybody. Come on. COVID's weird because, like Maureen writes, my husband had COVID but wouldn't test till he was forced into it. What is he, a rockhead? I lived with him all week with no precautions, and I didn't get it. It's weird. And then I'm like, boy, you know. So I feel sick. My throat is sore. I'm coughing. I test negative. What is going on? All right. So that's basically how Thanksgiving started for us. So then I'm like, all right, we go. Extended family. We had a second super spreader event at Charity Scam Mike's house. We're looking at probably it's a very modest size home, and we were packed to the gills. Every one of us probably had COVID. Holy shit. It was, COVID be damned at this point. And I that's the way I'm choosing to live at this point. I will go ahead and get all the shots. In fact, as I told you, I love getting the shots. If I hear I'm due a shot, I'm going to get a shot. And like with a heart on the whole time. So I'll do that, and I'll test. But I'm just going to kind of keep doing what I'm doing. And the reason why I feel comfortable doing that is because of the shots. Because of the shots, people don't die as much. People don't get as sick. And at least that's what I'm telling myself. You choose to believe what you want to believe. I don't care. On the way there, okay, if you've ever driven at the peak time, and we were on the road, the absolute peak time for travel, automobile travel, and you're looking at areas of Michigan that are like no man's land. These small little towns where no one lives, but the interstate goes through it, and it was like bumper to bumper on the New Jersey Turnpike. It was intense how much traffic there was. And I now when I drive, it is all bumper to bumper, but except for me, the car ahead of me is usually about 8 to 10 car lengths in front of me. Now imagine this. There's 500 cars, and it looks like Talladega. Everything is bumper to nose, except me. If you did a drone shot over that little swath of traffic, it would be everybody's bumper to bumper, but in front of me is like 8 car lengths. No big deal. And Diana says, why do you drive like that? And I'm like, drive like what? With all of that space in between you. I go, do you feel the urge to do that? To close that gap? She says, yeah. I go, well, that's wrong. What do you mean? I go, I'm going the same speed as them. All I have is a fucking safe following distance. Now, I don't pride myself as the greatest driver in the world. In fact, a lot of times I can't even back out of my own driveway without crashing into somebody. I have been doing that all of my driving life, smashing into someone behind me. But this is the critical time. This is when you're going the fastest. If something bad happens, there's a great risk that something terrible could happen to you because you're going fast. And the reaction time's less. It makes sense. I go, that's appropriate. That's what you're supposed to do. Well, not only does she disagree, everyone else in the car disagrees. Come on, Dad, go faster. I'm like, look at the cars around us. I'm next to them. We're all going the same fucking speed. The guy behind me doesn't agree either. So I get a guy up on my ass. And then as soon as he gets a break, he cuts off the guy to the left. I'm in the right lane. He's on my ass. He cuts the guy off in the left. But he doesn't even blink, or he just kind of drifts right into it. And then he gets right in front of me. And when he's barely ahead of me, he yanks the wheel over, gets right in front of me as he's passing me. Holy shit. Such a fucking bold move. And then he's gone. And then, you know what? Okay, hang on a second. Hello, I'm podcasting. Is this an emergency?
No, I just got to tell you something. It's something that you need to know.
Is it while I'm I'm actually podcasting right now. Do you want me to put it on pause?
It's not like a bad. Oh, it is a bad thing, but it's like.
Okay, hang on.
No, it's not a big deal. Oh, it's very similar as you. Just listen.
Hold on a second. Time out. Everything you say is being heard by a lot of people. Do you want me to stop that so that?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a very small fact.
Okay, hang on. I always get paranoid. You two don't go anywhere. You stay put. Oh boy. Intermission, and I'll be right back. Oops. Breaking news. Madison's boyfriend just tested positive for COVID. Oh, fucking shit. It was Madison. Full name Asher, by the way. Great name. Madison and Asher in the back seat. And Diana and Eric in the front. On the way back, Diana's complaining of sore throat. Now I'm like, oh, great, my dad. Shit. Okay, so there's that. Yeah. No biggie. Nothing. Ha! Diana's complaining of sore throat. I'm like, oh, shit, here we go. Anyway, guy fucking passes me. And then he goes and fills in all of that space. He goes as far as he can go, which is the car that was right in front of me. And now he's right in front of me. So I let off the gas a little, and I'm now that distance again. He has now traveled 8 car lengths ahead of me, and that's it. That's how he's going to drive. And then what he's going to do then, and it's bumper to bumper. He then proceeds to keep cutting in and out, and he's getting nowhere fast. And I'm like, why? What? This is what, and then what's going to happen is you're gonna make that one fatal mistake, and there's going to be a rollover accident. Fucking freeway's going to shut down. Bodies are going to go flying out of the thing. Oh my God! But no, it was all cool, all good. The food, oh Jesus! At Charity Scam Mike's house, they must have gotten up like at the crack of dawn, because when I walked in. He did it right. This is what I was talking about. He had roasted oven turkey, and he had smoker turkey. He did 2 turkeys. Cajun smoked turkey and regular traditional turkey. He did both. We had the stuffing, macaroni and cheese. Everybody brought something fantastic. My sister / stepsister, Sue, made a homemade cheesecake that looked like it was purchased from a fucking store. Like, you made this? Oh, fantastic. There was so much food that I plated my food, and it was one of those those like Chinette type of plates, and it was completely weighing it down where it was almost like folding, and I couldn't even fit all of the food onto the plate. I ended up just like putting it on top. It was like a mountain. It was like that scene in fucking Close Encounters when Richard Dreyfuss's character is making the fucking Devil's Tower out of the mashed potatoes. No one gets that reference. Oh. Excuse me. And then a Thanksgiving tradition had to unfold. You needed, in order to increase the hunger for the meal, you needed to have that layer of disappointment that you can only get from the Lions playing football. And my God, they didn't let down. They didn't let down, and this was a subtle but unique way they did it. And this is what I mean by that. Going into the game, they got a little swagger because they've won 3 in a row, and driving there for the first half while the game was going on. I didn't listen because I was sticking to my thing of not paying attention because I get too wound up into the game. And I actually took a look at my phone, and it said they were down 17-14 as the second half started. They're in it. That's good. So I get to the house, Charity Scam Mike's, and the game is on. So now I have to watch it. And they're playing well. I was enjoying that. And then I'm listening to the announcers. Tony Romo is the color commentator. And I think Jim Nantz. Yeah, Jim Nantz and Tony Romo. And they are like, the Lions are for real. Romo actually said at one point, Detroit is for real. When DJ Chark caught that touchdown pass. The Lions are for real. Now, of course, they ended up losing the game, but I still feel like they're a much better team and fun to watch. I enjoyed that, but you cannot go into a Thanksgiving meal with that type of victory. It needs to stay the same. So, yeah, they're much better. And yes, they're fun to watch. And yes, they gave one of the better teams in the league they gave them fits, a run for their money. But are they going to win that game? Fuck no. Come on now. Come on. When the Lions tied it with 23 seconds left, everybody at Charity Scam Mike's was like, well, that's nice. For a little bit. But that's going to be it. Ram adds to this, the Lions have cool uniforms. You're not kidding. I like it. I like how the NFL does that color rush where same color top and bottom. The week before, they did the white color rush with accents of blue. Yesterday, the badass gray or silver. Fantastic. And they played pretty damn good, man. The Lions give teams headaches, at least lately. They didn't for a period of time, but likely they're going to regress now. So with 23 seconds left, of course, Jake Allen finds Diggs up the middle. And the thing is, as that pass was coming in that Diggs was going to catch, the guy was covered. He had to make a play, and the defender, I don't know who it was defending it, he had a shot to deflect that ball. With 23 seconds left in the game, radio voice Linda, her son immediately said too much time left. Absolutely. I would say the appropriate amount of time for the Lions to have a shot that after that field goal that we wouldn't feel bad would be 1 second. 1 second. If it was 1 second, I'd have felt okay. 2 seconds, no. And sure as shit, man, one play. They did one play, and they were in field goal range, and then they had 2 timeouts left. And so then they ran it once, and then Josh Allen ran it again, got it to the point where a field goal is kind of pretty much a certainty. But even then, the Bills kicker, he kind of was off, and it kind of barely went in. Kenney has tipped me off that Stu was at the game and that there was a fight right in front of him. I got to get the lowdown on this. If he's even up. I don't know if Stu is working today. I think I'm going to go to the hospital today and get a special, one of those COVID.
Hello?
Happy post-Thanksgiving, Stu McAllister.
Oh, man. How are you, Zane?
Hey, how about that game? You were there, right?
Oh, I was at the game. Holy cow.
Kenney is tipping me off that you witnessed a brawl at the game, Stu.
Yeah, two rows in front of me, a dude had to be escorted out by the police, and he did not go willingly.
What brought that on?
I didn't see it, but the guys sitting next to me said the guy who got tossed punched another person in the head.
Oh yes, was it lion on lion crime or lion on Bill crime?
It was Bills on Lions crime, and so the Bills fan had to go. And you know what? I'm okay with it.
So was it? At what point in the game did that happen?
Less than like 10 minutes left.
Oh, okay. So, first of all, that was a hell of a game to see.
Oh, God. As a Lions fan, you guys should be completely mad you didn't win because you should have won. The Bills were horrible.
Now, I only had my eyes on a handful of minutes of this game. I saw the Lions in I saw like the last quarter. They seemed to be able to move the ball at will.
Yeah, pretty much. I kind of felt that way the whole game, man. It was not what I wanted it to be. I mean, the end result clearly Bills win, but man, Lions are way better than I thought they would be.
That's what I think. I think that they've somehow improved dramatically in the last 3-4 weeks to a point where they're kind of giving teams that are have many more wins in them, giving them headaches.
Right. Is that good, though, or is that bad? Because, now they're going to have a mediocre draft pick.
Oh, it's terrible. Lions fans need to understand that we will feel no better about the next 10 years because of this year. That's how this is going to be, you know?
Yeah, oh, yeah. The guys sitting next to me were Lions fans, and they were just like, Lions gonna lion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 23 seconds left. I'm surprised the Bills didn't score 6 touchdowns.
Well, I just kept thinking back to the whole Patrick Mahomes 13 seconds. I'm like, hey, we got 10 more seconds than Patrick did. We got it.
I still can't believe that the Bills fucked that up last year.
Oh, dude, it hurts my soul.
Yeah. Well, okay, so you saw it. Did you have a pal with you?
Yeah. We went. We had a good time. It was a lot of fun. I don't know if that's something I could do by myself to go.
Yeah,
you know?
Thank God. Yeah.
There's too much weirdness, too many Lions fans who might want to say something to you.
So were you dressed up in the Zubaz and the Bills jersey?
I had the Bills jerseys. I did not bring the Zubaz with me. I should have. There were a ton of Bills fans for sure. It was craziness.
Yeah, they were in full force. That is impressive. Absolutely impressive.
They definitely travel well, and I think definitely it helps that the Bills are playing well this year.
It does. And, when you think about it, between those two fan bases, the two greasiest, slimiest groups of people in one facility, it's just shit. It's just it's like it's just a horrible hodgepodge of fucktards is what it is.
Well, it had an awful smell. It smelled of processed meats and desperation.
Yeah, the hottest chick there is 20, but she looks like she's 65. No teeth. It's just shit.
Right. She's a 10 in Detroit, but a 2 everywhere else.
Exactly. Two horrible communities. They really are. Horrible places to live.
I got to tell you this. When we got to our seats, there was a piece of paper in the cup holder. And we looked at it, and we won a prize. Like, they just randomly put this paper in the cup holder.
Yeah.
So I go to get the prize, and clearly I knew it was going to be Lion stuff, right? And so, because I got my Bill stuff on, the lady gave me the dirtiest of looks. she had no desire to give it. It was a license plate holder. She had zero desire to give it to me.
Fucking license. And she just immediately throw it in the grave. You should have just said thanks and broke it in her face. There you go, you dumb bitch.
Thanks for nothing. It was a good time, though, man. Ford Field is great. Lions fans were great. It was a good time.
Fuck you.
Thanks, man.
All right, see you. Get out of here. Stu McAllister. Holy shit. Fucking asshole. I'm in a stupid Bills. Fuck you, Bills. Yeah, man. That's probably it. That's probably what it's going to be, because now they're, the season obviously isn't over. They've played 11 games. They've got 4 wins, more than I thought they would have this year. And I think they're doing a lot of things right. I just hope they don't regress and just keep losing. I hope that they, go back to winning right away and rattle off a few more. It was, but we all were in the same mindset at Charity Scam Mike's. We're like, of course. Of course. Of course, that's how it unfolded. I wonder if Pooh Bear's awake. Pooh Bear. She should be.
Hello, you have reached Diana's cell phone.
Maybe not. So, breaking news. Dropping like flies in the Eric Zane Show podcast household. Ah, man. COVID soon spreading to the 100-acre wood. That is a reference to Winnie the Pooh. I get it. Pooh, I see what you did there. Uh-huh. All right. While we were watching that game, I noticed that my dad was cheering. He watched the game thinking, I go, Dad, why are you cheering for the Bills? And it dawned on me that the Bills wearing the white jerseys with the blue pants and the Lions wearing all gray, he thought that the Bills were the Lions and the Lions were the Bills. I'm like, oh my God, so sweet. And then we had a discussion, and I told you that he does this with the dementia. He's forgetting that he realizes that his memory is not so good, and then he'll tell you, hey, I've noticed that my memory is not so good. Now, he's been telling me that for years, but every time he tells me, it's like he's breaking the news. He forgets that he's forgotten. Does that make sense? It's a weird type of delete button going on there. And it's incredibly sad. But we loved him up best we can. All right. I'm not going to lie to you. I am a little concerned about did the COVID it had to have manifested at the wedding. And of course my dad was at the wedding, so there's that. And then Ash went with us to my dad's. And I'm just hoping that, just these thoughts run through your head when you find these things out while you're doing the show. But weird. Very, very strange. Okay, if you are watching the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, I'm going to kick you to the curb on this Black Friday. Which, by the way, before I get to this, my God. All the world's bad news has stopped for a period of time, for like one day, because the Today Show opened up. They said, top story, travel, Black Friday, and leftovers. They actually said, today it's all about leftovers, Black Friday, and traveling. And I'm like, wow, that is rare to have a day off from the horrors that this world brings us for now. If you are watching the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and you want the rest of it, it appears every day uninterrupted on Twitch. That's the main platform behind this show, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. God, what the fuck? That's twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Or download the Twitch app and search Eric Zane Live, and you can get the show as it happens. Or download the audio podcast later in the day. I post it as soon as I get done with this. All the audio on all of the podcasting platforms are on my website, ericzaneshow.com. Okay. Thank you. I'll say goodbye to you now. All right. Here she is. Here's the Queen of the Forest. Hang on a quick second. Hello.
Hello.
Did you talk to your daughter?
Yep.
Madison?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Boyfriend has COVID.
Shucks.
And you sound like you're under the weather.
Yeah, I have a little cold.
Are you sure it's a cold?
Well, we'll find out. I don't know if there's a test here at Jenny's, but
I'll bring one over for you.
okay.
I tested again today, negative.
Huh.
So, it makes me wonder, did this manifest at the wedding? And if that's the case, all those people that we were with yesterday, they were exposed at the wedding, right?
Yeah.
Or is it, I have it, I'm just testing negative, and I'm giving it to everyone?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Ash has literally no symptoms, though. That's so weird.
All right. Well, there we go. I'm just worried about the elderly that we were with yesterday.
Yeah. And the baby.
Huh? And the baby. Yeah. Do you think I've done anything wrong?
No.
I feel like I may have potentially killed everybody.
No, you're fine. I think you're good.
What if dozens of those people die?
Okay.
Then is it my fault?
No.
All right.
Hey.
All right. I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right, bye.
Josh says, Eric, please don't go to Wayland tonight. Hey, look, you worry about you. I'm getting another test. I am going to go to the hospital and get the test where they jam it up my nose. I will be fine. And if I'm positive, well, then of course I won't go. But if I keep testing negative, I'm going to go. Sarah. Acts like she knows shit. No, it's a different COVID, she says. Need to remind you, the NFK just tested positive. Sarah, out of all the people that enjoy this show, I would say that you, when it comes to COVID, are the least informed. Don't forget, you're the one who says, I'm not putting any poison into my body. You're one of those. Come on. Everybody's bossing me around, telling me what the hell I need to do. Let's see. Chris says, oh, good Lord. Josh says, I don't want your cold either. Chris says, as you should. Look, if your beautiful governor hasn't shut down, we're good. Oh, you see, you know what's going on there? Some of that freaking Zaniac, former Zaniac mindset is creeping into you. Ryan says you probably do have it, but you're a pile of health. I don't know about that. And are vaccinated, so it's like a little cold. Kyle says, good thing you are vaccinated. This is like a small cold. Yeah, there you go. All right. Who knows? I might be the end of the family. You know? I hope not. I'm a little concerned. All right. Facebook and Twitch brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT. YouTube brought to you by My Policy Shop Insurance. Got a good story for you before I get to the terrible stories. You know what? I don't want to get behind. I don't want to get behind like I did last time. So let me just say this. On the Patreon, I want you to sign up on Patreon. Most weeks, you get 11 bonus episodes per week, which includes 5 daily bonus shows, the 2 Lost Zane recordings, Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer Trivia, the Insane Asylum, the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, and now on Saturdays, Who Are These Zanes? This week is a little wonky because Ben and I were not able to record because of the holiday, but, you know, still plenty there. I'll be posting the Lost Zane recordings a little bit from now. Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much for the donation on the Great Food Giveaway. Thank you to Chris D. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. As we make our way towards that, a little under 1 month till the Great Food Giveaway. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Thank you so much. Irvines.com. E-R-Vines. That is their website. Not I-R. ERVines.com. For Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Get your vehicle repaired if you are in West Michigan there. They work on every make and model of car. About the only thing that they won't work on, Volkswagens. And they want you to nominate a charity for them to give $1,000 to. That's right. If you have a charity that is near and dear to you in West Michigan, a local charity, go to Irvine's Facebook page and leave the info in the comments of their post about this exact thing, this big give back thing they do every single year. Go there and do that. Perfect for the holidays. Joe Martinez, A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. Thank you. You're the man. I appreciate you. With the heating season here, before you fire that thing up again, for God's sake, get a scheduled tune-up/cleaning. 616-516-8579 for A&E Heating and Cooling. The Kent County Health Department. Their website, accesskent.com/health. Thank you so much to them for being on board with the show. World AIDS Day right around the corner. I'll be talking with them about that exact thing. The state of the union, I guess, when it comes to HIV and AIDS. December 1, World AIDS Day, Kent County Health Department, accesskent.com/health reminds you that if there is any concern that perhaps you need a test, don't hesitate. The quicker you get diagnosed, the quicker they can get you started on an appropriate regimen with your physician to help you minimize any type of HIV spreading throughout your system and keep it undetectable with the hodgepodge of drugs and drug cocktails that they have today. It's pretty much a thing you can absolutely live with and have a normal life nowadays. Thank you to the Kent County Health Department.
When you drive the brand ranked #1 in dependability by JD Power, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the brand ranked #1 in dependability by JD Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among all brands in the JD Power 2022 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Study based on 2019 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2022 details.
Peloton's best offer of the season is here. Get up to $300 off accessories when you purchase a Peloton bike, Bike Plus, or Tread. Choose from a variety of accessories like our cycling shoes, a heart rate monitor, non-slip grip dumbbells, and more. If you've been looking for a sign to join Peloton, this offer gives you everything you need to get going. This limited time offer ends November 28th. Visit onepeloton.com to learn more. All access membership separate. Offer starts November 14th and ends November 28th. Cannot be combined with other offers. See additional terms at onepeloton.com.
Get ready, Ohio. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, is coming to the Buckeye State. And to kick things off, you can get started with $100 in free bets as an early sign-up bonus. Plus, when you sign up today with promo code OhioSB, you'll be all set for when FanDuel goes live in Ohio. Then you can bet on all your favorite teams and all your favorite sports with $100 in free bets. Just download FanDuel's top-rated sportsbook app. It's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Ohio, this is your chance to get in on the action. Join today with promo code OhioSB. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. 21 plus and present in Ohio. Bonus issued in non-withdrawable free bets that expire 7 days after FanDuel accepts its first real money sports wager in Ohio on 1/1/23. Unique user identity verification required. Offer ends on the go-live date. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, don't go anywhere. I need a drink of water. My throat is on fire. I am really feeling that now. And I have to pee. So you stay put. I'll be right back. Sorry. It took a while. I had to reach out to, I sent texts over to Charity Scam Mike, my stepsister, Sister Elizabeth, my stepsister, Sister Sue. Yeah, we just introduced everybody to COVID. Yep. So I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little freaked out. I am a little bit freaked out at this. Just worried about my dad. You know, my dad and Joanne. Well, and not only dad and Joanne, but my stepsister Sue's mother-in-law is there. And she's elderly as well. Oh, my God. Fuck. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't feel great about that. So we'll see what happens. I do have some good news that I want to get to, and it is by the way, it is Black Friday, and Rick from TC Paintball is having a Black Friday sale. And I texted him, and I said, hey, you want to chat today? A little trigger time with Rick from TC Paintball? He goes, it's Black Friday, man. I go, are you shopping? Are you at like Kohl's or Target or some shit? No, dude. He says, I'm having a Black Friday sale at TC Paintball. Everything's on sale. Doorbusters. And I'm like, oh, sure. Now, in the back of my mind, I'm like, who the fuck is going to go to the big TC Paintball Black Friday sale? And he just texted me. He goes, man, they're lined up at the door. Holy shit. I have, I think once in my life, I have gone to a Black Friday sale. No, I take it back. I was in a parking lot on Black Friday doing a radio promotion. That's the extent of it. I have never, ever, ever done that. It's just not worth it to me. I need this day to recover. The fact that you stay up, you eat the food, and then at midnight you're in some fucking parking lot to save a few bucks. I would rather just pay full price. Seriously. It's ridiculous. Okay. So this 7-year-old kid locally, I was so impressed with this. And I don't even think there's anything I can do to destroy this story. Audio check, video check. This kid is a 7-year-old kid. He decided to make his own soda or pop, whatever you call it. I guess it just depends on where you live. So this is a local story, but check this out.
Whatever you call it, a Kalamazoo kid is making a name for himself in the beverage industry.
Yasmin Ludi shows us how the magic happens.
This isn't just your average soda. It's made.
He's 7. Look at this kid.
Made for kids by kids, and it's already gaining national attention. So, Bo, what do you say? You want to show us how you make it?
Oh, yeah.
Bam! This is good soda.
Now, let me just say, as I've said many times, when I hear kids talk, I get pissed. I don't know why that is. And it isn't so much when I'm like hanging out with kids at someone's house. But anytime there's a kid on TV, I always make fun of it or attack it or say terrible things. For some reason, I'm charmed by this kid at his precociousness, and he's just fucking awesome.
Add real fruit, carbonated, add a little bit of citric acid, couple drops of monk fruit, and then we can it.
And
okay, real fruit. Wait a minute. What did he say? Couple drops of carbonated, couple drops, a little bit of citric acid, and monk fruit.
Good soda.
And then we can it.
Real fruit, carbonated, add a little bit of citric acid, couple drops of monk fruit, and then we can it.
And it's made.
Anybody else, when you see how he's canning it like that's how they do that? I had no idea that's how it happens.
Made by this guy right here.
Take it out into the market, and then bam, we're running out of soda.
He looks at the camera and says, bam, all of a sudden we're running out of soda. He's a fucking salesman. And did you see the icy blue eyes on this kid? 7-year-old kid. In 10 years, 11 years, he's going to be rich and slaying tons of poon. There's no, when you're a kid like that and you've got that type of, those icy eyes and he looks like a little man, he's going to grow up into just an absolute dreamboat, handsome devil for the chicks or the dudes.
Just 7 years old. Bo Blackman spends time after school making soda with his dad, Jarrett.
Since my mom didn't let me drink like Coke or Sprite or anything, I thought I could create one that I could have.
One night he came downstairs after he got his jammies on and he said, I want to make a zero sugar soda for me and my friends.
See, now that's where this dad is better than me. Because if my kid came downstairs and said, Dad, I want to make a zero sugar soda for me and my friends, I would say, yeah, it's going to taste like dick. Get the fuck out of here or something like that. But this dad, he engaged him, and I love him for that.
Is that something you think we could do?
Officially launched.
Now, is Dad a soda maker? Is that what Dad does or something like that? Because look at all this equipment.
Launching the business 5 months ago.
See, times have changed. When I was this kid's age and you came up with a grand idea, that's what you would say to the kid. Go to hell. I'm drunk. Go get me my cigarettes or something like that. But nowadays, the world has changed and parents, They're like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Let's pour our life savings into it. And then it somehow works.
Bo is already making a name for himself in the BevNet Live New Beverage Showdown.
We got a call from the showrunner. He said, what's going on with this? I mean, this is a kid here. I don't know. Can we do this? This is primarily alcohol brands.
Out of thousands of applicants, Bo made it in the top 12, pushing him on to the semifinals where he will have to pitch his drink.
We kind of joke inside our family that, of course, our 7-year-old has a better idea and a better product than we have ever come up with. So we're very proud.
Bo's drinks can be found at Factory Coffee in downtown Kalamazoo, the Farmers Market, and his website.
It's just a great product because it's giving kids so...
Okay, so this guy's selling it at his coffee joint, and he's like, yeah, it's selling out.
Which all kids want, but it doesn't have the sugar or the high acidity that normal soda has.
You see, that's another thing why the world is in a much better place and in better hands than it was when we were young. Okay. Now, not all the world thinks differently, but enough of them that I believe it's better. Young people get so much shit, and I give them plenty of shit, but I think the world is in a better place because of these young people. Look at this fucker. And this guy, and the dad, or this guy there is like, oh, yeah, it's selling out. That's another reason why, is because the kids know that it's good for them. But when I was that age, we didn't give a shit about whether it was good for us or not. If when I was 7 and some kid said, hey, look, I just made this, we'd beat the shit out of them. Okay? That's what we do. Nowadays, kids are different.
The owner of Factory Coffee, Dan Kastner, is happy to sell good soda in his coffee shop. He's excited to see where this contest will take the young entrepreneur.
We have apple, strawberry, watermelon, grape, and mixed berry. And we will be coming with next summer, we will be coming with 2 other amazing flavors, Orange Crush and Cherry Cola.
The kid is a fucking charmer. This dude is a winner. I love this kid. And another reason why this kid's great is because most kids would not be comfortable speaking at, anything more than one word, He is crushing it. This kid is a full package. He can do it all. I love this kid. And by the way, I don't know if you're going to get I don't know if you're going to get away with calling it Orange Crush. If I'm not mistaken, there's a product and it's called Orange Crush. So you might want to think about changing that one before, big soda brings you to your knees. At the end of the day, this kid, if he catches fire with this product, one of the big companies is going to buy it, and he's going to make millions of dollars before he's 10 years old.
The national semifinals starting December 5th. So if you're watching from home, wish him luck.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Reporting in Kalamazoo, Yasmin Ludi, Fox 17 News.
That kid is fucking great. Oh, my God. I love that story so much. Sue the kid. That's what's going to happen. I don't know why, but the kid reminds me of that Shriner's kid with the bow tie. Hey, kid, make a flavored vodka. Kenney insults his speaking. I don't know. That might be the biggest cock statement of the show right now. Hey, kid, go work on pronouncing those R's for fuck's sake. What? I don't know. I don't know if for some reason, I do not want to jump in on that. I do not want. That's fucking rude, Kenney. For someone who just 48 hours ago was sobbing uncontrollably on the show, to then turn around and insult a child. That's rich. That is rich. I don't know if I can get behind that. You going after the kid speaking. Sean is too. What a couple of assholes you are. Holy fuck. Man, rough crowd. I just thought, you know what? I thought that was going to be a story where I would see, man, I love this story. This kid's great. Day after Thanksgiving, everybody feels the love. And now I've got, that is fucking horrible. Maybe I'm losing my touch. Is it me? Am I the one who should I? You know what? Fuck that. I love that kid. And I think okay. And now Kenney is dropping. He is now MRFing that kid. That means Kenney needs to leave us. Okay, so Kenney is back. You never know what you're going to get with Kenney. You never know what you're going to get. You might get sobbing uncontrollably and being sad or attacking children. So you and Sean can go and eat 600 seconds. That's what you bastards get. And let's see. I think Nick, the electrician's going to get one too because he dropped the old today, Junior. You're out too. And now it's good that since I've doled out 600 seconds. Now, Kenney, look at Kenney. He's such a fuck. He's going to his other accounts, and I'm blocking him on that too. And what's good about this is I've blocked more than just Kenney. I've blocked several people. So what I've done with that is I won't get the... Everyone else is making fun of them too, and they didn't get punished. Why did I only get punished? I feel like I'm your content, but not your friend. Fuck that kid. Yeah, fuck that kid. Yeah, I don't know if I can support any of that. That's all a crock of shit. I'm getting a suggestion from Linda who says, do devil voice Kenney crying. Have we ever done, I know we've done devil voice Maureen. I don't think we've done devil voice Kenney cry.
Check. That's not devil voice. Check. That's not devil voice.
Check. Yeah. Corey's attacking the kid too. Fuck you. Fuck you guys. What the fuck is wrong with you people? You can hear Daisy snoring and Devil snore. Listen. Daisy, Devil snore. That's fucking great. Hey, man! What the fuck? That kid can suck my dick, motherfuck him. That kid can go suck Dean's dick. I'm sick and tired of being your content. I feel like I'm your content and not your friend. Oh my God, what are we gonna do?
All right. That's it. I can do no more damage. You got to admit, it is weird that you would ruin that kid 2 days after that really annoying, oversensitive horse shit you put everybody through. It's weird. All right. Daisy is snoring like a damn machine. Jesus, listen to her. Hang on. Need water. Daisy's been real snory lately. Okay. Check me out on Cameo. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. Great fun always on Cameo. I appreciate you. Sign up and I will I'll send it your way. So much fun. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. Or download the Cameo app. Okay. Hang on a second here. Okay. In business. While I'm at it, thank you to Bennett Flooring Installation. Online at BennettFlooringInstallation.com. 616-318-0167. If you are in West Michigan and you need flooring installed, have it done professionally with Bennett Flooring Installation. The least expensive way to have flooring professionally installed. Yeah, it's great that you're a DIY guru, but you get one shot, mom spaghetti, when it comes to the flooring, and the last thing you want is to think you're doing great, but you're not, and then you got to start all over. Your wife's there with her arms crossed, tapping her foot. What the fuck? Reach out to Bennett Flooring Installation, 616-318-0167. They'll come to your house, give you an estimate. So if you're in West Michigan, that's who you want to call. The flooring that I'd like you to install, or to purchase, I should say, get it from Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. They are on Chicago Drive, damn it, in Granville, Michigan. They're located right behind Little Caesars. Fantastic. Very, very affordable. The most affordable, lowest price in the entire state. They buy flooring by the 53-foot tractor trailer full, unload it. That's Kent's job. Organize that stuff and then sell it to you. You show up with your car, truck, minivan, whatever, and you leave with your flooring for whatever job that you are having Bennett do for you. Purchase the flooring from Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. Thank you so much to them. Bosco's Pub in Hudsonville, Michigan. Get yourself a burger, cold beer, stiff drink, watch the big game. World Cup today, 2 p.m. I bring that up. I don't know if Bosco's will be open. Then they're usually open for dinner. They have staffing issues like everybody in the restaurant industry. A lot of these mom and pops do. But typically, if they're open, you can watch a big game at Bosco's Pub in Hudsonville, Michigan. So, yeah, 2 p.m. today, World Cup. And it continues today where, like on the Today Show, I was telling you all they were doing was talking about, like, oh, yeah, leftovers, travel, Black Friday, and the World Cup. Of course, they're having the World Cup in Qatar. And typically, this is a summertime event, but it's 150 degrees in the summertime in Qatar. So right now it's about 75 degrees there. But everybody now has completely forgotten about all of the human rights issues in the country of Qatar and the thousands of dead workers. No one gives a shit. They gave a shit only to drive people to whatever TV network to watch their stupid expose story which would do nothing. Just ridiculous. Now no one's offended because the game's going on. Sports washing. U.S. plays England today. I'll actually follow that to some degree. I don't know anything about soccer. All I know is that in that there was a commercial during the Lions game, or maybe it was the Cowboys game, where Peyton Manning and the guy, what's his name? Beckham. David Beckham, is that his name? Used to be a great soccer star. Now he's just a handsome dude with tattoos. Makes money. He was, they were doing a commercial, and the commercial it was like a 2-minute commercial where the whole world calls it football and the U.S. calls it soccer. And I guess my question is, how did the U.S. settle on soccer? Who was the guy that first called it soccer in the U.S.? It had to have started somewhere. Who was the guy that first called it soccer in the U.S.? What's the origin of the American word soccer? This article says blame England. I'll have to get into that one. Interesting. I thought the U.S. was to blame for that because of American football. No! There's more to it than that, so fuck everybody. What do they call it in England? Football? Do they call it soccer? I don't know. Update on the fucking guy who shot up Club Q in Colorado Springs. This fat fuck, this is what his face looks like after the Army veteran ran towards him, sheepdog style, and beat the shit out of him. This just looks like a fucking a lunatic who would do something like this. Okay, he's got that former Zaniac appearance to his face. He has come out and said, yeah, hey, I'm a non-binary. And so at first I was like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on here? Now that is, I believe, not true, and no one has confirmed that. He said, yeah, his lawyer says, yeah, he's non-binary, and he's used his pronouns they, them. And I was talking with my daughter, Madison, about that, and because we were talking about this exact thing. And she said, yeah, a lot of people are thinking that he's doing that just to be an asshole and to possibly avoid being charged with a hate crime. And then the dad of this guy is a real piece of work. The dad is already like, oh my God, I'm just so sorry that I let my son down. That's basically what he's been saying. I actually have a clip of him, this guy, and the dad is a former porn star. Check this dude out. This guy is something else. He's another. Hang on a second. I'm getting an audio check, video check, causing me trouble. This is one of those ones where the ad has to play. There's nothing you can do about it. So 48-year-old dad on this story right here. They interviewed him. He lives somewhere in California. Video check. Here we go.
About the alleged gunman tonight, including the fact that Anderson Aldrich is not his birth name.
Aldrich's father tells CBS 8 his son was born in San Diego and the name on his birth certificate is Nicholas Brink. CBS 8's David Garfordson talked with his father today at his home in Sherman Heights.
I love my son no matter what. I love my son.
Until 6 months ago, Aaron Brink thought his son had committed suicide.
I thought he was dead. I mourned his loss.
He says his ex-wife had called him from Colorado in 2016 to tell him their son, Nicholas Brink, had changed his name to Anderson Aldrich and then killed himself.
Do you have any idea why he changed his name?
Yes. His mother told me to change his name because I was on intervention and I've been a porno actor.
You heard correctly. At the time, Brink was acting in Los Angeles in porno movies. For 6 years, he thought his son was dead until Aldrich called him out of the blue.
The mom had said he killed himself because he was ashamed of you, but he hadn't.
Last year and started arguing with him over the phone.
He's pissed off. He's pissed off at me. He wants to poke at the old man.
Fast forward to 2 days ago.
That guy seems like a fucking mess. Jesus. My God.
Brink got a call from his son's defense attorneys telling him Aldrich was involved in a shooting at an LGBTQ nightclub in Colorado Springs. Brink says he's a Mormon, and his first reaction was, why was my son at a gay bar?
Hey, Mormons don't do gay. We don't do gay.
Oh, God. Mormons don't do gay. We don't do gay. We do porno and probably a lot of drugs, but we don't do gay.
I was my son at a gay bar.
Hey, Mormons don't do gay. We don't do gay. There's no gays in the Mormon church. We don't do gay.
I ran into Brink while he was unloading appliances at his home in Sherman Heights. When he learned more details of the deadly shooting, he was shocked.
There's no excuse for going and killing people. If you're killing people, there's something wrong. That's just not the answer.
This guy, he looks to be like the inspiration for Mickey Rourke's character in The Wrestler.
Brink says his son was born here in San Diego at Sharp Mary Birch Hospital in 2000. He and his wife lived in Cardiff by the Sea.
If you look and act like this guy, he also reminds me, you ever see the movie Sin City? Richard Rodriguez and I think Quentin Tarantino made it. He looks like also Rourke's character in that film. That's enough Mickey Rourke references. I don't need it. I don't know what the fuck is my problem today. If you're a guy like this and the police find out that you have a son, that's a red flag. They should immediately descend upon the household and lock that kid up if that's the dad.
At the time, but they soon got divorced. Brink currently works as a mixed martial arts coach. He says he taught his son how to fight.
I praised him for violent behavior really early.
I praised him for violent behavior very early.
It's instant, and you'll get immediate results.
But in the wake of the violence at Club Q, Brink is changing his tune.
Life is just so fragile, and it's valuable. Those people's lives are valuable. You know, they're valuable. They're good people, probably. You know, it's not that you kill somebody over. You know, kill. I'm sorry. I let my son down.
Oh.
At one point in that interview, we informed
Kenny's like, I like the way that guy talks. Fuck that kid.
Informed Brink that Colorado does not have the death penalty. He folded his hands in front of him, looked up, and said, "Thank God."
David, the first reaction of that father when he heard about the shooting happening at a gay
We want David to say, well, I realized this man is a fucking kook.
bar, some anti-gay sentiments there.
He did express some anti-gay sentiments very bluntly, and we did not include those comments in our report. But I will say, once he found out how many people died and how many people were injured, he apologized over and over again to the community.
Yeah, I didn't actually. Someone sent it to me.
Working the holidays is part of the job as a first
Damn
responder.
it. Someone had sent that to me, but I didn't, actually listen to it. But someone had sent me another clip, like the entirety of that interview. Ooh, Jesus, that is rough. That's the type of guy who would raise this fucking mass shooter. Maureen says, I hate to tell him, but there are gay Mormons. Loser. Yeah, they're everywhere. The gays are taking over. And frankly, I'm happy. That means the world is changing. The world is changing rapidly. I was talking about this the other day with somebody. I was like, I'm telling you, man, when I went to school, if anybody was found out to be gay, they would get the fuck kicked out of them. No, we didn't have, well, at least we didn't think we had any gays, but they were everywhere. I would say half the school was BFing. And no one knew. No, it was all just taboo. No one spoke. But now in school, they have like butt F rooms. You can go into a room and butt F in a school. Ryan says, always unloading appliances, these porn stars. Ark says, Nick, the electrician, dude's like half Sin City and Sling Blade. A me-marted Hellboy. All these references to actors that have that Cro-Magnon face, actors and characters in various films. Jesus. Man, that is incredible. What a piece of work. Jesus. All right. Another bizarre story. Some guy was found guilty of a robbery, I guess. And while he was in the courtroom, something happens, and all hell kind of broke loose. Check this out.
You'll only see on Local 10 News chaos in court when a man on trial suddenly drank a cup of bleach. But how did he get a hold of it? Local 10's Rosh Lowe is live in Miami with this exclusive. Rosh.
So let's begin.
Look at this guy, by the way. He's got his hands on his hips, wearing a V-neck sweater. Get back home, Loretta. And he's kind of like in a weird posture when he's doing this report.
Tonight with this question: how in the world can this happen? You have somebody who is in custody of Miami-Dade Corrections. You have them at their guilty verdict, and then somehow they are able to get some cup of a chemical, bleach most likely, and not only that, they begin to drink it. What
no problem. Who cares?
Happened in a Miami-Dade County courtroom. Jermaine Bell just found guilty of armed robbery, facing life behind bars, and he drinks something from this cup.
The bailiff gets him a puke bucket. That's how they're helping the guy. They're getting him a puke bucket.
He's been in custody for more than 3 years fighting the charges, and on verdict day sips what his family says was a bleach-type chemical from the cup.
No one's helping him, or no one's trying to get him to stop. The extent of their assistance is to hold a trash can in front of his face, and he's like, "No way, fuck you, this is delicious," and he keeps drinking it.
Immediately, he becomes sick.
I just told you he ate a nut. Y'all ain't gonna help him get it out. Hold on, Jermaine.
So sick, he's taken out of the courtroom on a stretcher and taken to the hospital. He would survive.
They should have given him more.
But serious questions. How could this have happened?
I see him drinking something that's not right, and that his attorneys are letting him drink it, the corrections are letting him drink it, and all of a sudden, I see him collapse. And I'm like, what just happened?
Reverend Jerome.
A gift just happened.
Jerome Starling is a distant relative of Bell and says there needs to be accountability.
This should not be happening to people that's in custody at all.
Jerome's cousin.
Yell at him. He fucking drank it.
And took the video. She couldn't believe what was happening. How does an inmate get a chemical into a courtroom like this and then sit there and drink it?
His lawyer gave it to him. The judge gave it to him. Here, hey, if things get bad, knock this back.
I was the only one jumped up and tried to get him help.
His family wants answers.
Very emotional for the whole family. We thought we was going to lose Jermaine that day.
There are so many questions about this case. At this point, they are unanswered. But it's important to stress this is not only about this one particular inmate, it's about all the other inmates.
Oh, no!
Security protocols. I can tell you this evening that this entire matter is under investigation both by Miami-Dade Corrections and Miami-Dade Police. For now, we are live outside the Metro Justice Building.
This guy's going back to the bar.
I'm Rosh Lowe, Local 10 News.
All right. Way to go, Rosh.
Local10.com.
Ah!
Your one-stop source.
Ay, ay, ay. My God. Nick, the electrician, says, I was a trustee in the county. All sort of cleaning chemicals available. I believe it. Good soda for all prisoners. Uh-oh. Kenney says, don't make fun of people. You'll get 600 seconds unless Eric laughs. You know, for a guy who doesn't want to be content, you sure go out of your way to try to be content. Or for a guy who sits there and complains about everything. Oh, my God. All right. Get that kid some of that kid's good soda. Nick says, also used to listen to Ben and Eric on BBL in there. Oh, well, good. I'm glad that our show was booming in. Entertaining people. I hope it was entertaining people. Queen of the Forest, could you please bring me a COVID test and some Dayquil when you get a chance? Anonymous person writes, Kenney today, Jesus. Loved devil voice Kenney, though. Ha, ha, ha. He says, so should I comment or not? You do you. I am not going to get in the way of anything. I love everybody commenting. To me, the comments have been just on point. Everybody has been helping create this show into the hodgepodge of emotion and fun and love that it is. Now he's dropping fuck yous on people. It's not, okay, so on any given day, we could get a motherfuck and a tell you can go suck Dean's dick. And even more. I mean, these are all the great things that make this show go round. And I for one, love all of this. Sean is going to get another 600 seconds for his referencing that poor child, that lovely child, and calling him Mumblemouth. The kid is not Mumblemouth. Kenney trying to determine who's dogging him on text. He's on the case. He says now, if it wasn't Nut Bull, it's either Amanda or Linda. And then he writes, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying where that's coming from. All I'll tell you is that I'll tell you the state where the origin of it is. Connecticut, where that is coming from. So if any of those people are in Connecticut, and maybe that'll answer your question. I'm just the messenger here. I've got no problem with anybody. All right. Some other videos I want to share with you. The case of Sarah Boone in Florida. This is fantastic. Thank you, Stevie, for sending this along. Audio check, video check.
So have you heard about this crazy lady yet? If not, let me introduce you to Sarah Boone, 42, from Winter Park, Florida. So in February 2020, Sarah Boone contacted 911 and claimed that her boyfriend had been accidentally locked in a suitcase and she didn't know what happened after they were playing a game of hide and seek. And this was her boyfriend, 42-year-old Jorge Torres Jr., who was actually locked in the suitcase. Now
look at Jorge's dead black eyes.
She claims that they were drinking and playing hide and seek, and that this was his choice to be locked in the suitcase.
Hide and seek.
Here's her initial interview with police.
So then it's like, we decided to play hide and seek, right? Okay. So he gets in the suitcase. I fell asleep. When did you do CPR? This morning, when I found it. Before you called? Yes! I tried. I was awake, but I actually got out of the bed at like 12:30ish, whatever. So I came downstairs, and I was like, oh, he's in the suitcase still. That's when I found him, and I took him out, and I tried doing CPR, and then I called him.
What a horrible liar. Look at her face.
And I called you guys. I don't know if he's suffocated or like had an aneurysm or a heart attack or what.
Now, if that story doesn't sound crazy enough already, there has since been cell phone video that she recorded with her cell phone found here.
For everything you've done to me. Sarah. For everything you've done to me. Sarah. F*** you. Sarah. F*** you. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe. That's on you. Sarah, I can't breathe. It's on you. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe. That's what I feel like when you chewing on me.
Now, I don't know all the facts about this case yet, but based on this video...
On a scale from 1 to 10, my friend, you're fucked.
This guy. Can't breathe, babe. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're fucked. These two have a history of violence towards each other. I'm not sure exactly how she got him in the suitcase. Did she say, hey, get in there, let's play a game? I mean, what? Holy shit, there's so many questions here. This trial is going on right now. It began actually November 7th. She faces second-degree murder in the death of this guy. How? You'd think it'd be first degree. They had beaten the shit out of each other several times. They were just terrible people to each other and just awful. But, oh, my God. Another video that I'd like to show you. This is taken from a New York deli. Okay. And this lady here is on the counter. And she's throwing random shit. This is quick. It's only an 8-second video. She's throwing anything she can get her hands on the people that own or work at the deli. And then this happens. Hey, now, if you're watching, you see it. If you're listening, you don't. But you'll see it in the show notes. Click on the link. She turns around like, I'm done here. And she's still standing on that ledge. And the guy throws like a fucking metal napkin holder at her or some shit. Hits her in the head. And she goes down, does a fucking face plant on the floor of this deli. And you hear, get the fuck out of here. One more time. Then you can hear the other guy on the phone calling police, giving them, hey, this is where we're at. Come get this crazy bitch. Okay. Black Crows. I think, they're in Melbourne, Australia. I love that this band's back together. On the far right here is Rich Robinson, the guitar player. I don't think Steve Gorman's on drums anymore. I think he's busy doing his fucking radio show. Chris Robinson, they're getting ready to sing a great song that I love called Stare It Cold. And some dude, you'll see these guys, the stage security come running towards Chris, and you don't see a fan who's about to try to attack Chris Robinson. They intercept him, and then all hell breaks loose. Look at it. Okay, so now they got the guy off to the side. Rich Robinson says, fuck this. He stops playing power chords, and you'll hear the guitar drop out because he's using the guitar as a fucking battle axe. Oh! How rock and roll is that? He hit motherfucker with his Fender. He hit him right in the neck with the guitar. I was hoping he would have swung it like, Eddard Stark coming down, cutting somebody's head off. But he didn't. He just hit him with the base of it. I would have loved just it actually breaking on the guy's head. Can you imagine if it broke on his head? Yeah! And then Chris Robinson comes over with his microphone. Now they're yelling at him. Screaming, pointing the finger. Security's getting him out of there. Way too small of a venue for the Black Crowes to be playing in. It should be like an 80,000 seat venue. What the fuck? Seeing all these people makes me anxious.
Throw that motherfucker out, right? You get the fuck out of here.
Sounds like Kenny's there. That's Kenney talking to a child. Yeah, suck Dean's dick.
He's fucking guitar and he's fighting again.
And then they just took it from the top. They just started over, played the song again. Awesome. Love the Black Crowes. All right. Update on the Michigan State football players that were swinging their helmets. Holy shit. They have thrown the book at this guy, man, at these guys. 7 Michigan State football players charged in the aftermath of the incident that, you know, they started to beat up the Michigan players, and then the one guy took off his helmet and he had his helmet in his hand and was bashing Michigan guy with his helmet. As you saw, Jim Harbaugh leaned into it and said, this is a tragedy that is bigger than 9/11. He really leaned into it. And, you know, whatever. Michigan player didn't do anything wrong as far as we know. That's up in the air. There was talk about he may have been like skipping in. And if a Michigan player comes skipping into the tunnel, I think that it's okay at that point to kick his ass, because skipping is usually accompanied by some type of trash talking, like, your mother's a whore, we just kicked your ass. Unless if the guy gets from point A to point B skipping all the time. But there's fucking no way he wasn't saying something terrible to the Michigan State players. Now, Michigan players probably wouldn't do this, but the state players, they will. This is kind of like, a shithead school that gets shithead athletes and shithead administrators and shithead teachers. Fucking terrible. And rightfully so. This works out because if guys skipping in from Michigan and talking shit, you should be allowed to bash him over the head with a helmet. And that's what the guy did. And the other 6 guys are beating the shit out of the other dude. So there's a couple people that got their asses kicked by these loser Spartan players. Everybody in this, the 7 guys who are in trouble, they deserve everything they get. And the Michigan players who got beat up, they also are deserving of the beatings that they got. The Washtenaw County Prosecutor's Office on Wednesday announced defensive back Kahari Crump is being charged with. If you have a last name of Crump, I almost said Clump. I did say Clump. That's the type of guy who would swing a helmet. Hey, who swung the helmet? Let me guess. It's Crump. Charged with 1 count of felonious assault while 6 others face misdemeanor charges. I think I saw somewhere that the guy who's charging, going through with the charges, the prosecutor, has, like, if you look at his Facebook profile, it says M, go blue or something like that on it. Probably going to want to take that down. Linebacker, defensive end Jacoby Windman is being charged with assault and battery, while linebacker Itavion Tank Brown, defensive backs Angelo Gross and Justin White. I love black people names. I love that they say, you know what? I'm just going to take a bunch of letters and throw them together and add an IOUS or an ION at the end of it, and that's your name. I'm going to manufacture a name. That's fantastic. I love it. Or the funky spellings. Also, Justin White and defensive ends Brandon Wright and Zion Young are facing 1 count of aggravated assault. Those 7 were indefinitely suspended by Michigan State following the incidents. The only player who isn't being criminally charged is Malcolm Jones. A Michigan State football team spokesman did not immediately return a message seeking comment about the charges issued Wednesday. But how much of a difference a year can make. You know, last year the Spartans lost 2 games the whole year. Mel Tucker, everybody was all like about Mel Tucker. And then the school, I think, gave him like $100 million to coach the team because of 1 season. And this year, the team sucks tons of dick. The players are bashing random people who are skipping into the tunnel with their helmets. They suck. And, that's it. Your team's not even going to go to a bowl game this year. What an embarrassment. Still unclear how the incident started, according to this article. We know how the incident started. Michigan guy ran his mouth and got beat up. That's what happened. Unfortunately, there is no crime being committed when you skip into the tunnel and call Spartan players say that Spartan players' mothers are whores, which I'm just going to go out on a limb and saying that that's what he said. Can you imagine if they find out there's actual audio and video of him just skipping in saying, I love Jesus. I love everybody. What a hard-fought game. I love everybody in this tunnel, even if they are in a Michigan fucking football player. I love everyone. Bam! Probably not, though. Coming up on the Patreon today, yet another ridiculous workplace death. We had guy who fell into recycling metal shredder. And like weeks later, they found a chunk. Like the cadaver dogs couldn't even find any remains. And it was a person who found like a piece of man fat dried like a frickin' pork rind underneath the shredder. And that guy, his remains are now in a cube piece of metal somewhere being transported to some factory somewhere to be recycled. That's what we know. Then there was wood chipper guy. That happened. Got sucked into the wood chipper. He didn't fall into it. He got sucked into it somehow. He wound up in the bed of in the back of the dumper with all the, there was all sorts of like wood chips and eye meat and tissue on the inside of that truck. Then there was guy last week, T2 death, who fell into the 5,000 gallons of molten iron at the Caterpillar plant where they make the heavy equipment somewhere in Illinois. This one is right up there. It is as bad as any of those. I will tell you that this is a lady, and she was made into food. Like, there's a chance that you will eat some of her at a Super Bowl party. I am not kidding. No hyperbole whatsoever. And I saw it a couple days ago, and I was like, this is sad. This is horrible. But But, I mean, I'm just the mouthpiece. I am the messenger. I just deliver the news every day in a timely fashion and only the way I can. Okay? The asshole of the day is coming up. Right now, unless I can get another nominee, it's going to be Sean, it's going to be Nick, the electrician, and Kenney. Because these three twats making fun of that kid who, you know, sometimes kids have a little speech issue and they have to get that taken care of. My God, kid's only been speaking for a handful of years. Give him a break. When you three make fun of the way that kid speaks, I see jealousy right there. That's what I see. I see you're jealous that kid with making the soda has more going on and is probably going to pull more tail by the time he's 18 than you will your whole lives. Okay, that's what I see. I see jealousy there. And you ought to be ashamed of yourselves for doing that. Now, I am not above ripping on a child. So I'm not much better. Complete hypocrite. But not this child. This child's fantastic. And you all should be ashamed of yourselves. And I expect the same treatment back to me the next time I make fun of some kid that I don't like. All right? That's how it goes. All right. Let me help your business. Reach out to me, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. I'll put your name for your goods, your services, whatever you do, anywhere in the U.S. If it's a local business, I can do that. If it's a web-based business in different parts of the country, I can help. Hell, around the world. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. The world is a lot closer these days. I'll tell you how it works. Thank you to Frank Fuss, My Policy Shop Insurance, 616-914-4070. Thank you. Frank is the guru behind healthcare.gov, Obamacare. Open enrollment going on till December 15th. There are special enrollment opportunities if you lose your job. You know, suddenly you're without healthcare. But right now is when you enroll. So if you are self-employed, if your employer does not offer insurance and you need insurance for you or your family, or you just recently lost a job or retired from your radio career because you just felt it was a good time. Like our pal, St. Joe Gaslight. Reach out to Frank. He's the healthcare.gov expert and also the Social Security and Medicare expert. 616-914-4070. His services don't cost you a dime. So reach out to him today. Excuse me. Loving TC Paintball Black Friday going on today. TCPaintballGR.com. If you're in the market for something new, fantastic for Christmas, go to TC Paintball today. They are open until, I believe, 5 p.m. Go to their website, TCPaintballGR.com, for more details. Everything is on sale. And comedy in and around West Michigan at FullHouseComedy.com. All right. Any nominations? St. Joe Gassman loves with his fists. I don't know what that means. What are you suggesting there? You know, allegedly is what you got to say. All right. Okay, it's going to be Sean. It's going to be Kenney. Your asshole today, brought to you by TC Paintball. And Nick, not Lonely Nick. We're talking about Nick the electrician. The asshole of the day. Uno Man 25. Are you new, Uno Man 25? Who are you? Who are you? As always, you can reach out to me anytime, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. I appreciate you guys so much. that is going to do it for this episode of the Eric Zane Show podcast. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I appreciate it. UnoMan25, I want you to send me an email. New people I need to have specific conversations with. 616. Don't do that. Why did I say that? Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Send me an email. I almost gave you my phone. I almost doxed myself. Send me an email at my phone number. A little under the weather. All right, folks, have a good one. Thank you so much.
Shop Macy's Black Friday specials and find epic deals on gifts they'll love now while supplies last. Like 40% off head-to-toe Levi's for men, women, and kids. 70% off gold earrings, bracelets, and bangles. And the Ninja Professional Blender, just $79.95. Plus, get free curbside pickup or pickup in store today at Macy's. Details at macys.com/pickup. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
When you drive the brand-ranked #1 in dependability by J.D. Power, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the brand-ranked #1 in dependability by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among all brands in the J.D. Power 2022 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Study based on 2019 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2022 details.